Hello and welcome to Rose Red Homestead, where today we are going to be continuing our long-running series on food storage meals. And these are meals that we can put together with things that we generally have stored in level 1. Now today we're going to do a special recipe. Many of you know that Jim's grandson, Jack, has been living with us for a couple of months. And he is getting ready to move to a different state so that he can start living independently. And we're really pleased and happy for him. This is a goal that he's had for a really long time. One of the things that he's going to be doing is he's got to be fixing his own foods. He has helped me prepare a lot of meals since he has been here, getting the idea of how to cook. He learned how to break an egg. He was so proud of himself. This happens to be a recipe that comes from a book that he actually brought with him. And it is simple meals that even a child can make. And they're good, hearty meals. And they're simple, and they have just a few ingredients, which makes them perfect food storage meals. So this is number 13 in our series. I think we're going to take it up at least to 20 over the next few weeks and months. So we'll see how this goes. This is orange marmalade chicken thighs. And even though we got the idea from his recipe book, I've changed it just a little bit to have it fit more what we do in terms of using food storage things. So the things that we would need to have in our level 1 food storage would be in our freezer. We would need to have packages of frozen chicken thighs, bone in, skin on. And I do those because they are really flavorful. If we want skinless, because they cost more, I'll just buy skin on and take the skins off. It's very easy to do. So anytime these are on sale, Jim picks up 2 or 3 packages, and we keep them out in our freezer all the time. The other thing is the red type of Russian dressing, and we have those in our level 1, and also orange marmalade. And this is our home canned orange marmalade. Then we have Lipton onion soup, a packet of this, and I think we're only going to use a half of it. We'll sort of do this by taste. We're going to use this strategy today for cooking these chicken thighs that I introduced several videos back. We're going to be starting with the cold cast iron pot. So here are our chicken thighs, and these are pretty okay. I'm not going to have to pat these with a towel. They're not sopping wet. They are damp, but they're not sopping wet. Okay, so I'm going to wash my hands, and I'm going to sprinkle them with salt and pepper, and there's just enough moisture on these that it's going to hold the salt and pepper very nicely. And then we are going to place them skin side down in our cast iron skillet. And then salt and pepper on the back side. Okay, so we are now going to turn the flame on to about a medium high, and we're going to leave it just like this for about 15 minutes. Now what is going to happen, notice we did not put any oil in the bottom, nothing, started it in a cold pan. So what is going to happen is the heat is going to start melting some of the fat, rendering that fat, and it will make a beautiful golden crust on the top. And then once that crust is in place, about 15 minutes, then we're going to turn them all over and we're going to put a sauce on all over them, just drench them in the sauce that we're going to make. That is a combination of the Russian dressing and the marmalade chicken. These are called orange marmalade chicken thighs. And so we're going to be doing that. While these get going, we're actually going to set this aside and start on the sauce right now. So it calls for a half a cup of the Russian dressing, and be sure if you're going to do this recipe that you get the red kind and not any creamy kind. So it calls for a half a cup, and I'm not sure I have a half a cup here left. Nope. So it's a good thing I got the other one from out of our storage. Now, if it needs thinning down at all, I'm going to put a little water in this and get the last bits out, but I don't know yet if it's going to need thinning. Our chicken is starting to sizzle. I need to shake this up first. So we will add the dressing to our bowl. And I'm just going to rinse this. And we need about 2/3 of a cup of this orange marmalade. Ooh, it smells good. And I'm going to shake this up and then open the whole thing, because I think I want to use only half of it. Right now, that's what the recipe calls for. No, I'm going to use the whole thing. So that makes it easier. And the recipe will reflect that when you see it. So now I'm going to mix these together. It's a very thick sauce, but the orange marmalade will melt a little bit in the heat. It's very thick. So I am going to take this bottle, this empty bottle, get water in it, and do some thinning down, just a little thinning down. It was probably about 3 tablespoons of water, just until I like the consistency of it. And a little more. So probably about a half a cup altogether. And the orange marmalade, depending on if you can it yourself or you buy it, will have differing thicknesses and viscosity, and so you may want to just be prepared to do a little doctoring with some extra water. Okay, just going to take a quick taste. Oh, that is really nice. Okay. Now we're going to let these finish These thighs finish their crust development on the skin side down, and we will be back when we're ready to do the next step. I've been talking to myself for about 5 or 6 minutes. I'm sorry, that's because I'm the cameraman and the person doing the show. Every time when we start a new video, we always evaluate how much Jim is able to participate. And some days are better than others. Some days when we go outside to do the sun oven, he's able to hold the tiny tripod that my iPhone comes on and give us some close-ups there. But today he's sitting over there rooting for us. I forgot root. I forgot to turn the sound back on, and I am really, really sorry. And I've lost the pictures of what it looked like when the chicken was turned over. I wish that you could have seen it. I'm really sorry, but the tops were just golden brown and crispy. They just looked fantastic. So I'm going to bring the camera over and show you what I did after I turned them over and we took a look at them, which of course you can't see, but then I put the sauce over the top. So I'm going to give you a close-up. There we have it. So putting this back on. Okay, now what happens next is that this goes in the oven for 30 minutes, and then we'll take the foil off and cook it for another 20 to 30 minutes. I will be checking it with the thermometer, the instant read thermometer with the probe, so that I can be sure that the meat in the very center of these has reached 165, which I'm sure it will. And then we want that meat to just be almost falling off the bone. It's so tender. I will be so glad when Jim regains his health and stamina. He's recovering, as most of you know, from surgery 3 years ago. No, that would be 3 weeks ago. And he's doing great. Had his first post-op checkup a couple of days ago. Doctor says he's doing fine. But I will be so glad when he gets back to able to operate the camera, because I'm not good at cameras. And he is really good. So anyway, you'll have to put up with my little mistakes with sound and picture. Oh, there's our oven, so we're ready to go. So I'm gonna get this in right now, and we will be back along the way some way, or maybe when I have it all the way out of the oven. So we'll see how it goes. Our chicken is done. I'm gonna go get it out of the oven right now. It is absolutely gorgeous, just gorgeous. I'm going to bring the camera over so you can see it. Is that just lovely? And the sauce is, there's plenty and plenty of sauce. We like to do these videos in the morning, and so we're still a number of hours away from dinner, and this is going to be for dinner tonight. But this particular recipe does really, really well in terms of reheating. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select 3 of the thighs and about half of the sauce. Well, first of all, I'm gonna let the whole thing cool. Then I'll select half and put it in a freezer container to freeze for a later meal. And then the other half will go into a refrigerator bowl and stay in the refrigerator until we're time for dinner, and then it will reheat very quickly. Now this sauce is just really lovely. And there's enough of it to where when we are thinking of what else will go with this meal, I usually would like to do it with rice. But Jack is not a fan of rice. He loves baked potatoes. And so I'm going to bake some potatoes, and I'll do that in my Anova oven so it will go quickly. And then we will have baked potatoes with this sauce drizzled over the baked potatoes, and then with a green salad. And then that will be our evening meal for this evening. But I've just got to taste this because this is my first time doing this recipe. And so I want to get under the skin and get a piece of this meat. Oh my goodness. The meat is very tender. The sauce is exquisite. Oh, and how easy is this meal? Just kind of a dump and bake meal after you have browned the top skins, and the top skins are still just lovely. So I hope you enjoy this meal. I hope you try it. And if you do, leave us comments on how you and your family enjoyed it and what additions or changes you have made to it that better suit your family style. And the recipe will be in our recipe section on our YouTube channel, where it has always been. It's called Food Storage Meals, and this will be Food Storage Meals 13. And you can download that file, and it will have all 13 recipes, and you can just print out the ones that you wish by just selecting the page and hitting print, and it will just print the one page, or you can print all 13. So enjoy, and let's all share other food storage meals that we are using with our level 1 food storage. So thank you so much for being with us, and we appreciate you so very much. I wish you knew how much we appreciate you. And we will be back soon with more videos.